Beach Soccer League for the 5th time, beating Portugal in the final of the Super Final in Italy in September. So it's going to be Iran who'll get us underway, playing from right to left in the all-white strip. The Iranian fans making one heck of a din on that far side, banging their drums, hitting their thunder sticks together. Great atmosphere. Ahmadzadeh, don't let him get an overhead kick in. That's what he does best. He does a lot of things well, actually, in beach soccer, but he's an outstanding exponent of that. That's got to be a free kick. Yes, Abdullahi taking the feet away from Alexei Makarov.
To all of the fans, please refrain from using any form of whistle. Once again, to all of our fans watching the stadium, please refrain from using any form of whistle.
Free kick is just fractionally inside the Iranian half as well. So what that means is players are allowed to be, rather not allowed to be, goal side of the ball. They have to be behind this free kick from Alexei Makarov, and it's a significant free kick as well for Makarov, because if he scores it, he's got the opportunity to join a very select group of players. Just Ali Karim and Yuri Krasheninnikov have scored in all 7 editions of the Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup. Can Makarov make it 3 players to reach that mark? He's up against Peyman Hosseini in the Iranian goal. And he scores, yes! Alexei Makarov, history for him then. Russia take the lead. It's his 21st goal in the history of this tournament. And the Russian fans, well, they were a little bit quiet a moment ago when the Iranian fans were making the noise, but it's the Russian fans up on their feet now. Good finish, Makarov. 31 seconds into the match, and already Russia hit the front. He was Russia's joint top scorer in this tournament 12 months ago with Boris Nikonorov. Alexei Makarov plays his beach soccer for Lokomotiv Moscow, the Russian champions in 2017. It'll be a Russian corner.
Come on, everybody gotta make some noise. Russian fans, what's up?
Head-to-head in the Intercontinental Cup. Iran just hold the advantage 3-2 over the years. You could argue that counts for nothing, but well, you could also argue it counts for everything, because it just illustrates the intensity of the rivalry that's developed between these two teams over the last few years. Add into that World Cup quarter-final they played in 2013 when Russia went on to retain their title, winning 6-5 in that particular match. Yes, it's Makarov again! Oh, that's a tremendous strike. The skill required to do what he did there was exceptional. He was going to his left, but he still managed to open his body up, and with his right foot, slide the ball home past Peyman Hosseini. Look at the speed he's going there, and he's opened his body up exceptionally, wrong-footing everyone, including Hosseini. That's brilliant. The natural angle would have been for him to drag the ball across the face of goal to Hosseini's right-hand side, but he didn't do that. And Mikhail Likachev absolutely delighted on the bench. The second goal for Makarov. And Russia, within the first 2 minutes, have really established that they're here to play. Just a reminder, the significance of this match, even though both sides have already qualified for the semi-finals, is that the winner here tops the group, Group B. And if you top Group B, it means you play the runners-up in Group A in the semi-final tomorrow. And if you come second in this group, it means you play the winners of Group A. And that is Brazil, and they have scored 30 goals in the first 3 matches of this tournament, and they've looked absolutely breathtakingly good. With The world champions Brazil, everyone wants to avoid them. And that's the significance of this match. There's someone blowing a whistle in the crowd. There's been numerous requests from the public address system for that person to stop, but hopefully it won't cause a problem. But well, it's not ideal when someone does blow a whistle, because the players can quite easily be fooled. Just over the top. Ali Nazim, big number 6.
Okay, next game. I need 3 players.
Bowled long by Maxim Shushkov in the Russian goal. Too long for Boris Nikonorov. He's got 3 goals in the tournament so far. That's thrown from Peyman Hosseini straight into the opposite net. Somebody needs to touch it. If someone does touch it, that's a goal. If they don't, on we go. Anton Skarin, who's taken over the captaincy from Ilya Leonev. Leonev, the 2-time World Cup captain for Russia. He's been with the squad here, but not selected, and more he's moving into coaching. Coached the Lokomotiv Moscow side to victory in the Russian Beach Soccer League this year. Hasn't retired as such, though, I've been told, so still available for selection. Makarov, a hat-trick! A hat-trick for Makarov! Opportunist, you would say. He spotted the loose ball. And, well, Alexei Makarov, his first 2 finishes were with his right foot. That was with his left. Wonderful hit. And again, no chance at all for Peyman Hosseini.
Okay, let's hear the
This is wonderful stuff from Russia. They might be without all those big-name senior players who've served them so well over the years now, but Makarov, one of the old guard, still around and doing a great job. Hat-trick for him then. It's the 5th hat-trick of the day that we've had. Goodness me. Goals, goals, goals. 102 now in the tournament. Oh, that's cut out. Mistake by Shushkov. Is that in? It's Makarov at the other end. Goodness me. He's everywhere, that man. The number 4 for Russia.
Okay.
Mohamed Ali Mokhtari causing trouble at the back for Russia. Makarov, goodness me. He's absolutely all over the sand at the moment. Oh, great overhead coming in. Nikolai Krishanov, he smashed the crossbar with that one. And that's a free kick to Iran. Mohamed Maradi is down. The Iranian fans, they can scarcely believe what they've seen so far, I'm sure. It's a long way back for Iran from this position. Reminiscent a little bit of the 2015 semi-final between these 2 teams. Russia won that one 4-1, and after a goalless first period, Russia raced into a 4-0 lead, and Iran were never able to get back in contention. So we've had 43 goals now today. More to add, you would reckon. Driven in and just wide of the upright from Mohamed Maradi. Yuri Krasheninnikov back to his keeper, Maxim Shushkov. Krasheninnikov, oh, and sweeping the ball with his right foot goalwards. In the end, the block was from Amir Akbari. Maradi gets the shot in, blocked by Kirill Romanov. Akbari trying to pass it into the net, off target. Brave goalkeeping from Shushkov, getting there ahead of Maradi. Maradi felt he was within his rights to go for the ball there. Iran, remember, finished 3rd in the World Cup, the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup that took place earlier this year. Russia didn't qualify, and that's a sore point for the Russians. They had a very bad day in the qualifier that took place in Jesolo in northern Italy in September 2016. They lost to Poland, who eventually won that tournament 5-3, and that cost Russia a chance to play in the Bahamas this year. It's been a while since Russia missed Beach Soccer World Cup finals. They've had a point to prove for the rest of the year. They've won in Europe, in the Euro Beach Soccer League. Can they win here now? A fourth title in Dubai, a tournament that's oh so special to them. Iran finishing third in this year's FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup finals. In the group stages, they beat Mexico 3-2, Italy 5-4, and they overcame Nigeria on penalties 2-1 after it finished 4-4 after extra time. Sorry, I should say they lost to Italy 5-4. They were second in the group. The quarterfinals against Switzerland. They won that one 4-3 in extra time. Mohamed Ali Mokhtari with a last-minute winner in extra time, after Ali Nazim had scored a last-minute equaliser in normal time. In the semi-finals, they lost 3-2 on penalties to Tahiti after it finished 1-1 after extra time, and then they overcame Italy. Revenge of sorts for that defeat in the group stages, 5-3, for their best ever finish at beach soccer's top table. Thumping hit from Ali Mushikari, but well off target. 5 minutes to go in this first period. And Russia starting out like an express train. Oh, and good save from Peyman Hosseini from Nikonorov, and the ball's raced up to the other end. Mohamed Ali Mokhtari crowded out and still going. In fact, it was Muslim Messigar. Messigar in the end getting his shot away, but fairly harmless affair it was. Russian fans making some noise now, as well they might. Shushkov forward and not far away from the run of Makarov. So 7 hat-tricks in this Huawei Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup so far, 5 of them today. Rodrigo and Jordan Santos on day 1. And today, Ballo, Lucas, Bruno Xavier, Jordan Santos again, and now Alexei Makarov. After that frantic start, things have calmed down just a little bit. Doesn't really suit Iran that. They want a little bit of momentum going their way. They want to get the crowd behind them. Fashininnikov goes down, and the challenge from Ahmadzadeh. Messigar. Akbari. Oh, the shot comes in from Akbari. It's deflected over the top from Romanov. The 2014 edition of the Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup semi-final meeting between these two sides. Russia was 4-0 up in 28 minutes, and then there was an Iranian comeback. Got it back to 4-3, but couldn't quite get over the line. Romanov gets his foot in there ahead of Ahmadzadeh. Just over 2 minutes remaining in this first period. Messigar trying to fashion something on the turn, getting away from Krasheninnikov, but not getting the contact he wanted. It's out of the stadium from Makarov, a rare off moment for him in what's been an absolute purple patch for him in the first period. Skarin down the line to Romanov, who cuts inside. Abdullahi tries to cut the ball out. Now, was that a penalty? The referee's actually given the free kick in the opposite direction. I was wondering whether Nikolai Krishanov was pulled back. I rather think he thought he was. Peyman Hosseini is the man who's down. Let's see if we can make out what happened here. Krishanov penalised for the initial contact with Hosseini before he went down. Here's Boris Nikonarov. Iranian fans still doing their best to make some noise. So a free kick to Iran. Just about 3 or 4 metres inside the penalty area, so it's about 33 metres from Shushkov's goal. Oh, and it's in! Peyman Hosseini scores! Oh, what a wicked bounce. Nothing Shushkov could do about that. That's why you keep your shots low in beach soccer. Just the fillip that Iran needed. Heartbreak for Shushkov. That's all part of being a goalkeeper in beach soccer, I'm afraid. Peyman Hosseini, who scored the goal of the tournament, it was against Mexico in the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup in April and May. And well, we got lucky there. But in order to win the raffle, you've got to buy a ticket, and that's exactly what he did. Shot on target, and the ball kicked wickedly away from Shushkov and gave Iran the opening they need. So the second goal of the day from a goalkeeper. We saw Rafa Padilla score a little earlier for Brazil in their rout of the UAE. 3-1. Good thing for Russia is that we're moving towards the end of the first period, and so it's only a limited amount of time for Iran to develop some momentum before the players go for a sit down. Well kept in by Ahmadzadeh, and Nikonarov with the tackle. Kick in from the Iranian captain. Oh, good save, Shushkov. That was a thumping hit from Ali Nazim. He really powered that one. Shushkov had to have a strong hand to beat that one away. Skarin. Arthur Paparotny, scorer of the winner against Paraguay last night. And that's the end of a dramatic first 12 minutes of action in the final game of the day, the final group stage match in the Huawei Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup. And Russia getting out of the traps very quickly thanks to an Alexei Makarov hat-trick. And Iran's response, Peyman Hosseini, just on the cusp of the edge of the first period. So, the game that will decide who will top this group, Group B, and it's going Russia's way at the moment. Let's have a look at some highlights.
Sit down and just play the game. Okay, so, hey, Russian fans, make some noise, people.
First of all, Makarov in 31 seconds.
Okay,
thumping home that free kick and becoming only the third player in history to score in every edition of this Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup. Then that was a breathtakingly good goal, opening his body up and sliding the ball, wrong footing Payman Hosseini. That was just 2 minutes gone, and already Russia 2-0 up. And then great anticipation from Makarov and a tremendous finish with his left foot. His first 2 goals were with his right foot, that was with his left. 3-0. And it was all one-way traffic at that stage, but Iran battled back in the end. Payman Hosseini with a free kick from distance, frustration for Shushkov, but Russia are still in the box seat. They lead 3-1.
3, fast, come on, gotta be fast. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, keep going. 10, 11, 12, 12 and a half. 12 and 3/4, 13, 13 and a half. Hey, keep going. 14, 15, go, 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 kick it. Oh, go, kick it, come on. Ah, that's okay. My man, thanks for joining. It's fine. Ryan, thank you. Mina, congratulations. All right. Mina's from Iran, right? All right, congratulations. What do you want to tell all the fans watching?
مرسی از همه ایرانی‌ها. Thank you so much.
Are you having fun?
Good.
Okay, yalla, let's go. Because it's full of players now. Hey, I want you to greet someone.
Off we go then, period number 2. Russia against Iran. Russia playing from right to left in the red strip with white trim, and they lead 3-1 thanks to an Alexei Makarov hat-trick. Oh, goodness me, almost another goal for Makarov. Wonderful overhead kick from him. The next goal, you rather fancy, is going to be very, very important here. If Iran can get it, the comeback is well and truly on. If Russia can get it, they can establish control in a big way in this match.
Two players, super fast people.
Makarov, he seems to be all over the sand at the moment, doesn't he?
So for now, 11 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the second period.
Was he pulled back by Akbari? Yes, he was, according to the official. The success of Russia over a long period of time has been built on Alexei Makarov, Yuri Krasheninnikov and Dmitry Shishin. Shishin not here due to injury, but Makarov and Krasheninnikov very much here. Makarov 30 years of age, Krasheninnikov will become 33 on the 19th of next month. But as of now, age not wearing them. And Makarov with another opportunity to add to his goal tally. Good save, Hosseini. 23 goals for Makarov in the history of this tournament. So he's moving up the goal-scoring charts. Well, that's a free kick, and in fact a booking for Krishanov for his challenge on Abdullahi. A couple of players out on the sand need to be careful, actually. And Krishanov is one of them, and he hasn't been careful. And the reason he was so upset there was because he will now miss the semi-final. He was booked against Paraguay, now he's been booked in this match for a flailing arm. 2 bookings mean he'll sit out tomorrow's match suspended. Boris Nikonarov is another one walking the tightrope, as is Maxim Shushkov for Russia. And in terms of Iran, Muslim Messigar and Mohammad Ahmadzadeh, they need to avoid a booking today as well.
Where you at? Put your hands up. Is that you?
So that's a problem for Khrushchev, it's a problem for Russia. And in the short term, the problem now is free kick for Hassan Abdullahi. He drags it wide in rather wayward fashion, it has to be said.
What? What do you want? You get too far. Come on, man.
Nikonarov, comfortable enough save for Ayman Hosseini. Just to recap on where we are in terms of tournament top scorers, the history of this tournament. This is the 7th edition. Dejan Stankovic, the Swiss bomber, only played in 3 editions, 37 goals, incredible record. Bruno Xavier with his 4 goals today takes him up to 35, so he's only 2 behind Stankovic now. Dmitry Shishin, who I've mentioned already, who's not here this year for Russia, 29. Mohammad Ahmadzadeh, the Iranian captain, 27. And Alexei Makarov and Yuri Krasheninnikov now alongside each other at 23 apiece.
Let's go. Classic game.
Well, that's good. That's very good. It's very good indeed. Excellent work by Ali Nazim. And the ball's in the back of the net. Iran get another one. The comeback is well and truly on. Just 3 minutes into the second period. It's 3-2. Ali Nazim with the run. And Ali Nazim with the finish. You'd say it was a little bit soft on the part of Shushkov. But he'd gone down and he was wrong-footed. And nothing he could do about it in the end. He's frustrated that the ball wormed its way past him. But it did. 3-2. Russia still lead. Oh, we're going to have a yellow card. Muslim Messigar is going to be booked. And what did I say? He's got to be careful, I said. He hasn't been careful. And that means he'll miss tomorrow's semi-final. Frustration on the sidelines for Marco Octavio. They could do without missing Muslim Messigar, let me tell you. He was the top scorer for Iran in this tournament 12 months ago with 7 goals. Oh, just wide from Makarov. Well, both sides then suffering hammer blows ahead of tomorrow's semi-final. Khrushchev and Messigar will be sitting out the action on Friday. Oh, Romanov goes down, and he's still retained possession. Good save from Hosseini. Makarov, oh, he's frustrated. Hosseini was out of town. There was an opportunity for Makarov's 4th and Russia's 4th, but he couldn't hit the target. He got it on target, surely it was a goal. Well, this match certainly living up to its pre-match billing. I said it had all the makings of a classic. It's certainly proving that way, isn't it? Wherever you're watching, I hope you're enjoying it. 45 goals we've had today already. Well gathered by Hosseini. Makarov's work rate is incredible. He's back in defence now. Ali Nazim tangling with Krishanov. And very nearly another opportunity.
Josh is from. All right. Let's get it.
Easy enough for Maxim Shushkov. Skarin. Good defensive work from Mohamed Muradi.
We got Dasha, we got Anna. Where Anna's friends at? Anna's friends. Oh, yeah, that's what I said. Hello, what's going on?
Good work, Paparotny. Cutting inside away from Muradi, but he couldn't find a finish to match that initial skill. Bounced over the top. Was there a little flick on it from Mohamed Ali Mokhtari? I rather think there
Wait a
was.
second. I want the fans to be quiet. I'll make a roll call now. I'll make a roll call. All right? Okay, first up. Hands off your head. Make some noise. How about a solid Russian fans? Come on. Yeah. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the second period. The score is 3-2.
Shushkov finds Skarin, his captain. Across to the other side of the sand, Paparotny. Good skill from him to keep it in play. And then he tidies up as well. After losing possession to Ali Mishikari. Nikonarov, good skill. It's going to be a corner. Overhead attempted, but not very effective from Mohamed Muradi. Skarin again. Paparotny keeps it in, down below our commentary position, then across the face of goal. Great work from Hosseini, because Nikonarov, the goal poacher, was at the back post, and if Hosseini hadn't got across there and poured it away for a corner, that was 4-2. Ali Mishikari. Loping run from him down this near side.
Okay, you know what? Just to let you know, for the next game, the prize is...
Aksenov was policing him, the number 13. It's his first match of the tournament. In the side today in place of Alexei Pavlenko. Krasheninnikov makes the run and cuts inside. Oh, he's so good at doing this. Ball didn't run for him on the uneven surface of the sand, but that was classic Krasheninnikov. At pace and very nearly causing Iran a major headache. Akbari. Romanov gets the block in. Just under 3 minutes to go in the second period. Only one goal in this period thus far. Makarov again. He seems to have been on the sand virtually the whole match so far. It's unusual. Players are usually rotated on and off the sand, but Makarov has been a colossal presence for his team. Can he maintain his work rate through the rest of the action, I wonder? Krasheninnikov takes it on the chest as well. Romanov on the turn, but that's wide of the mark. Shushkov came to punch, but guess who got the block in? You've guessed it, Alexei Makarov. Incredible. Tidied up by Shushkov inside the last 2 minutes. Romanov just couldn't wrap his right foot around that one to get it back goalwards. Can Iran draw level before the end of period number 2? Bari flicks it forward. Attempted shot on the turn from Moslem Mesigar. Makarov concedes possession to Ahmedzadeh. Mesigar. Ahmedzadeh policed by 2 players. That's good defensive work from Russia. They don't want to give him an opportunity to get into any sort of position to have an overhead. Oh, it's off the post. Makarov, an incredible effort. He was falling over and he still managed to get a scissor kick in. Seni was beaten. Makarov really has been unbelievable in this match thus far. He is going for a sit down now, believe it or not. Skarin comes on in his place and gets possession. Nikonarov, all dealt with by Hosseini. It's going to be a corner. Hosseini had to be right at his near post there, otherwise that would have sneaked in, even from the acute angle. And that's the end of period number 2. A very cagey period as well. Just the one goal in it from Ali Nazim, continuing Iran's comeback after a strike from Peyman Hosseini in the penultimate minute of period number 1. Russia got out of the traps very quickly with a hat-trick to Alexei Makarov, and it's Russia who still hold the advantage, but by the narrowest of margins now in this battle to top Group B, and therefore avoid Brazil in the semi-finals. Let's have a look at the highlights of period number 2.
Russia versus Iran for this game. Okay, all right, Russia, please stay on this side.
Ali Nazim, that's the only goal that we've seen, or we saw in that second period. Bringing the ball under control, good close control, and then just squirting the ball past Shushkov, who was very frustrated that he wasn't able to make the save. The Iranian fans gradually finding their voice. Good work from Hosseini to get that one away from Nikonarov. So it's Russia who lead, 3-2.
Go around the 2 balls, come back here and kick this ball to this dog. Vice versa. Go straight, turn right again. So basically you turn and kick this ball to the goal. Josh, are you ready? Anna, are you ready? Are you ready? Russia, are you ready? Iran, are you ready? VIP session, are you ready? Come on, guys, eat some food. All right, here we go. Ladies, 3, 2, 1. Wait, relax. Come on. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Come on, run, speed. Come on. Woo! Run. No, kick that ball. Go, 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 Anna, come on. And the winner for this match is Russia. All right, and to present the award, please welcome the product manager for credit cards, retail cards business from Emirates NBD, Mr. Lee Joe Joseph. Dasha, thank you very much. And here is your prize, courtesy of Emirates NBD. Anna, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, Dasha. Thank you, Mr. Joseph. Thanks for joining us. What do you want to tell all the fans right here at Huawei Intercontinental Cup?
Well, enjoy the game and let the strongest game win the game.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Anna. All right, let's go. It was hard? Have you been training for this? Okay. Is there another jersey for me? Salam, Kubi. It's great to see you again, man. Anybody else here who wants a shout out? Nobody? Okay, tomorrow. That's the last game for tonight. The next game is for tomorrow. All right. Thank you. Gracias, chica.
Here we go then, getting ready for the third and final period of action. Russia getting us off and running. Russia lead 3-2 in this final group match. And a good save from Shushkov. From Ali Nazim, who gets a stray hand in the face. Krishanov, who's already on a booking. Ali Nazim felt the full force of that flat palm there. Got to use your hands to jump, of course, but well, it's a free kick. The referee not happy with it. It was a hand rather than an elbow, so from that point of view, the lesser of two evils, I guess. Anyway, it's a free kick to Iran, and that free kick to be taken by Ali Nazim. Reminder of the significance of this match. I know I keep saying it, but it's can't be understated, really. Whoever wins this match tops the group. They will play Portugal in the semi-final. Whoever loses this match, they finish second in the group, and they play the world champions Brazil, who've scored 30 goals in the first 3 matches that they've played in this tournament in 2017. They are definitely a side to try and avoid for as long as possible, in the hope that someone else can beat them. That's casual from Krasheninnikov, doesn't find Makarov. Ali Nazim, and not far away from Ahmedzadeh. It really wouldn't surprise me if we ended up going to extra time and even penalties in this contest. Twice in 5 meetings in this Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup. These two sides have gone to penalties. Oh, good tackle, very good tackle indeed by Abdullahi when Krasheninnikov was about to pull the trigger. Messigar, he won't play tomorrow, whatever happens, because he's picked up a second booking. Interestingly enough, from an Iranian point of view, if this does go to extra time, they'll have a little bit of a smile on their faces, I would imagine. You know, they've gone to extra time 5 times in this tournament down the years, and they've come out victorious each time. Each time they have gone to extra time. They've actually gone to penalties as well, and they've won every penalty shootout they've taken part in. Isn't that an incredible record? 5 penalty shootouts and 5 victories. We're a long way away from that at this stage, though, but it's worth just bearing it in mind. If Iran can get an equaliser, it's by no means beyond the realms of possibility. Iran are the Asian champions as well. Abdullahi looking for Messigar, can't find him.
Okay, and now for Russian fans, listen to this. This goes to you.
Konarov trying to turn away from Abdullahi, feeling he was fouled, not given. Bowled long by Hosseini. Good clearance in the end by Vladislav Aksenov. When the teams were announced for this year's Huawei Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup, the draw was made. I always felt that the favourites to reach the semi-finals were Brazil, Portugal, Russia and Iran. That's how it's going to turn out. Oh, a shot on the turn from Moslem Messigar. There's Mario Narciso on the right, Portuguese coach. His side will play the winners of this contest, so he's a very interested observer. Paparotny with the clearing header. I actually think this is the strongest lineup we've had for the Beach Soccer Intercontinental Cup in the 7 editions that have taken place.
So please don't get away, and we're still
6 of the 8 teams here in the top 10 of the world rankings. Just gives you an indication of quality on show. Brazil number 1, Portugal number 2, Iran number 3, Russia number 4, Paraguay are 8th, UAE are 10th. Only 2 sides outside the top 10, Mexico ranked 12th and Egypt ranked 20th. Soccer is very much a growing sport. When you think that Egypt are ranked 20th, and the way they gave Portugal ranked 2nd, such a run for their money today, really does augur well for the future of this sport. Ahmed Zadai, he loves those overheads, doesn't he? That one's just off target. So no goals so far in this 3rd and final period as we approach the halfway mark of it. Krasheninnikov, Makarov, oh, a fluffed kick from him. Akbari, and another hurried shot in the end from Mir Akbari. Closed down very quickly by Makarov. Akbari again, 2nd header, gets the ball towards the drummers in the stands. Thunder sticks being hit together by the fans, flags being waved, music's pumping. Krishanov. Big physical contest, and Hosseini's in the mix as well. Free kick's been given, in fact, for a challenge by Krishanov. See if we can make out what happened here. This angle show us. I think Hosseini's probably a little bit lucky to get the free kick there, but the goalkeeper's very much a protected species these days. Hosseini's scored from distance already this evening. Is he going to do it again now, I wonder? That's what his side would like. Now, What's the referee given here? Has he given a penalty? What's he given? The Iranians are protesting. He's given a penalty. And Krasheninnikov is going to get booked, or something worse. Yes, yellow card for Krasheninnikov. Must have been a coming together with a couple of players. Tug on the shirt, perhaps. Let's have a look and see if we can make out what happened. Romanov and Ahmadzadeh. Ahmadzadeh absolutely convinced that should be a penalty.
Okay, 3-2.
Krasheninnikov booked for complaining.
It's going to be all three, so I want the Iranian fans to make some noise. Come on, people.
It's not actually a penalty, it's just the offence took place just outside the penalty area. So it means that Shushkov can come off his line. Remember, we had this scenario yesterday against Paraguay. He made a brilliant save, but then it had to be retaken because he was deemed to have been guilty of encroachment. So just outside the penalty area. Ahmadzadeh up against Shushkov. 5.5 minutes to go, just under. Can Iran draw level? Yes, they can! Ahmadzadeh scores! 3-3, what a comeback! Well, there was a little bit of a mystery about what led to that penalty, or the free kick, I should say, because it was just outside the area. But there was no mystery involved in Ahmadzadeh's finish. Mr. Reliable from that sort of distance. 3-3. 6 goals for Ahmadzadeh in the tournament. Just one behind Jordan Santos. Seni from the restart concedes the corner.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, another very special announcement. To all the
Rodrigo's also got 7.
Listen carefully.
Along with Jordan Santos, top scorers in the tournament so far.
At 6:45, Russia will play, and at 8 p.m., Iran will play tomorrow. So you guys should come back tomorrow, and we got a lot of games.
Public address announcer has just revealed that whatever the result here, Russia will play at 6:45 and Iran will play at 8 o'clock. But who will they play? Well, Makarov being a bit generous there in terms of where he thinks he can set that ball up for the corner. Looks for Krasheninnikov, not the greatest ball. Krasheninnikov retains possession, does well. Shushkov gets it away and just over the crossbar. Oh, this match boiling up into an incredible crescendo. Now we're heading for extra time. I mentioned it a bit earlier. Iran's fantastic record in extra time. Blocked by Pavarottny's back. Bari with his shot off target. Less than 3.5 minutes to go.
So we got our friends from Russia and Iran just translated it for you guys. Basically, they're inviting everyone to come down tomorrow. Russia's going to play at 6:45, and you're ready at 8 p.m. in the evening, regardless of what the result will be this evening. Okay, time check right now. We got 3 minutes exactly left in the third and final period.
Russia, meanwhile, in matches that have gone to extra time, they've won 4 out of 7 in the history of this tournament. They've lost their last 2. That was against Brazil in 2014 and against Iran last year. Big appeals for the Iranian fans wanting a decision to go their way. Referee not buying that one on either side of the sand.
Egypt versus Mexico. At 5:30, Paraguay versus UAE.
Konarov finds himself on his own, and a good tackle from Abdullahi. He wins the ball, but he clattered into Nikonarov at the same time, and then Abdullahi bends down and gives Nikonarov a kiss. Very nice. Just on the top of the head, I might add, rather than on the lips. Nikonarov, good save, Hosseini. Skarin picked out the run of Nikonarov. That was heading goalwards. Hosseini spread himself and kept his side on level terms. Just over 90 seconds remaining. Normal time. Krasheninnikov, Nikonarov. Are we going to have a winner, or are we going to go to extra time? Shushkov. Makarov. Wouldn't it have been poetic if he'd got the winner in the last minute, given the contribution he's made to the match. Be easy for Shushkov to deal with inside the last minute. Paparotny. Makarov again. Tomorrow, remember, 4 more matches starting at 4:15 local time. That's 12:15 GMT. Make sure you can join us for those. The latter 2, of course, the semi-finals. Oh, Krushanov, is he in? Oh, goodness me, no one had made the run to go with him. He laid the ball off, expecting someone to be there, and they weren't. They'd drawn the goalkeeper. Oh, it's awkward for Hosseini, but Abdullahi shepherds it back to his keeper, and it is extra time. You could almost have expected it with these two sides. So little to choose between them. Russia leading by 3-0 early on in the first period through a Makarov hat-trick. Now, we don't know why that penalty was given. There was a coming together between a couple of players. Ahmedzadeh picked himself up and scored. Look at that. Marco Octavio couldn't even look. That's the only goal of the third and final period. Ahmedzadeh's free kick. I'm saying penalty because I thought initially it was a penalty, but it was just fractionally outside the area. Incidentally, these two goalkeepers, Maxim Shushkov and Peyman Hosseini, both nominated for the award for best goalkeeper of the year, along with Brazilian stopper Mao. That's quite a list, isn't it? Those 3. So it's going to be Iran who will get us underway in extra time. 3 minutes, remember. And if we're still level at the end of those 3 minutes, we'll then go to penalties to decide who's going to top this group. Makarov looks for Krasheninnikov across the face of goal. Is that in? Yes! Oh, it's an own goal! I don't believe it! Hassan Abdullahi! It deflected off his shin. Oh, heartbreak for Abdullahi, heartbreak for Hosseini. 20 seconds gone in extra time, and Russia retake the lead. Abdullahi own goal, Krasheninnikov getting it across the face of goal. This angle should show us perfectly. It's just hit the shin of Abdullahi and gone in. Well, is Iran's extra time. Good luck, about to come to an end. Just to let you know as well, that's 47 goals we've had for the day, and that's the record for most ever goals on a single day in the history of this tournament, beating the 45 on day one in 2016. Ahmedzadeh's goal was the one that actually took us past the record, and the record's now been extended. Krasheninnikov in space. Makarov getting the ball stuck under his feet. He still gets the shot away. Attempts the overhead. Oh, just wide. Brilliant effort from Alexei Makarov. Hosseini was flying across his goal to try and save that one. A reminder, of course, whoever loses this match, at the moment it looks like it could be Iran, but whoever loses it, hopes of lifting the title aren't over, because both these sides are into the semi-finals tomorrow.
In the house. 1:18 to go.
Challenge from Akbari on Romanov. Well, Paparotny thought he was fouled there in attempting the overhead. The Russians are complaining. Skarin's making that point. He's saying Paparotny had control of the ball, attempting the overhead, and on that basis there shouldn't have been any contact from the defenders. We're seeing it after Paparotny had finished attempting the overhead, and then he was found guilty of just trampling on the ball, which you're not allowed to do, shielding the ball like that. But he felt he was fouled by Abdullahi, and Skarin agreed. Shot from distance from Ahmedzadeh. Frustration for Marco Octavio into the last minute. He knows his side are at the last chance saloon. Makarov! It's in! No, doesn't count. The ball hit Makarov's arm in the build-up to that. So much noise around, you can't hear the whistle at all, which in some ways isn't such a bad thing, given that we were complaining a bit earlier that someone in the crowd has got a whistle. Free kick then for that handball. Abdullahi will take it just inside the Iranian penalty area, so it's about 28 meters from goal. Abdullahi against Shushkov. It's a low grubber, but Shushkov grateful to receive a kind bounce. 40 seconds remaining. Happy to waste a few seconds with the ball at the other end, the Russians. What an achievement it would be for them to get to the semi-finals, given the turnover of very experienced players they've had in the recent past. Remember though, they're European champions this year, and they're European champions for a reason. It's wide from Ali Nazim. 20 seconds remaining. Well, we've seen another classic between these two sides, haven't we? They haven't let us down. Makarov wins the header. Is there chance for one last opportunity for Iran? Ali Nazim misses his kick with 2 seconds remaining, and Russia win it. Hugs all round. They've avoided Brazil in the semi-final, and that's a joy as far as they're concerned. Iran will have to do it the hard way if they're going to win this title for a second time. But Russia, who've won it 3 times, will now face Portugal in tomorrow's semi-final. The first of the 2 of them, and that's a repeat of the final super final. Took place in September in Italy. Russia won that one 3-1, so they'll have happy memories there. The Russian fans delighted. Russia were 3-0 up in the first period. A hat-trick for Makarov. Marco Octavio storms off, unhappy that his side haven't been able to secure the victory. They came back so well. Peyman Hosseini, Ali Nazim and Ahmed Zadai pulled it back to 3 apiece. Then in extra time, that man with an own goal, the ball coming off his shin as Krasheninnikov squared the ball. It ended up in the back of the Iranian net, and that's how it finished. Russia 4.